What's going on, everybody? Hope you're all having a fantastic day today. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I am here to go ahead and discuss the brand new update that dropped for XDefiant. Again, nothing too crazy when it comes to buffs or nerfs. We have to wait until update 2.3 for all that good stuff. But today I want to discuss the brand new event alongside the really juicy new map. But guys, before we go ahead and dive deep, if you guys are interested in more content just like this, don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell. We post daily here at 8 in the morning Eastern time. And ladies and gentlemen, don't forget we do stream pretty much daily as well, and it is indeed double XP weekend. So you best believe we are hitting the grind hard. So I will be up and live around like 11 to 11:30 a.m. Eastern time. We'll more than likely go until like maybe 4 or 5. So if you guys have any time in between you want to come and hang out with me and just give me some moral support as I grind through the sniper rifles, because let me tell you guys something, saving the snipers and marksmans was not a smart idea. I should have banged those out in the beginning and worried about the ARs and SMGs later. But hey, you know, we did what we did. We handled it how we handled it. But again, if you guys want to be a part of that process, hang out with me, or even hop into the open lobbies that we host daily, by all means, you can find a link to my Twitch channel down in the description of this video. Now, ladies and gentlemen, first and foremost, I have to say, I do forget the name of the lead level designer. I can't believe I can't remember her name. She says it all the time during the XD briefs. But my God, I have to just say this, and I have to say this right now, and I pray that somehow, some way, she will hear these words, and I hope that she hears these words from other people as well. You are hands down, I've played many FPS games in my years. I swear to God, I've played so many FPS games. I have never played a game that has so many perfect freaking maps. It blows my mind at this point. Every time a new map comes into XDefiant, I sit here and think to myself, there's no way. There's absolutely no way they can continue to top themselves. You know, a map is a map. It's just going to be something average. My God, they can't catch an L when it comes to the map designs. Every single one is a banger. And the funniest part about it is that they're bringing these maps from other games. This map right here that you're watching, Air and Space, is from The Division. I believe The Division 2, right? For example, Clubhouse is from Rainbow Six Siege. These devs are taking maps that are made for games that are nothing like XDefiant whatsoever. Keep in mind, XDefiant is a twitchy arcade-style game, extraordinarily fast-paced. You know what I'm saying? And if you think of a game like The Division or Rainbow Six Siege, they're both slow. It takes a lot of thinking, you know, a lot of strategizing. The map layout is clearly made for a 1010% different experience. If you were to take any of the maps from Rainbow Six Siege or The Division and tried to implement them into a game like XDefiant or even COD, anything that's arcadey and fast-paced, made for 6v6 action, it will never sit well, ever. You know, these maps, I know people say, you know, these 6v6 games like XDefiant are so simple, but they have to be specifically designed for a game like this, or else it just won't flow right. So the fact that these devs, the whole team, not just the lead developer, the whole freaking map team, anybody who assists with putting together these maps, you all are just absolute geniuses. I don't care. Everybody's going to go down in the comment section and roast me and say, oh, you're such a shill. Oh, you keep sucking off the dev. Blah, blah, blah. I don't care. I don't care. These maps, I have not played maps this consistently good in ages. In absolute ages. I will argue Modern Warfare 3 2023 had a good lineup of maps that came out. But these maps, though, I've never been disappointed. Even the worst maps for the community, like Mayday, I still have just a blast playing. And there's so many routes for SMG players to still run. Even though it's a huge map, perfect for sniping, they still find ways for SMGs to have a good time. I have this discussion with my viewers all the time over on Twitch, but literally, the worst maps in XDefiant would be considered, like good. Just good. Nothing crazy, nothing bad, but they would be considered good in Call of Duty current day standards, which is just mind-boggling to think of. But that is how well-designed they all are. Really, sit down and think about this. These devs do one thing just perfectly. They prioritize quality over quantity. These devs, although I know a map a month, a pain in the butt, I get it. Only having a few weapons in the season, yeah, whatever, I can understand it's rough. But everything they implement to the game, you could tell, isn't just filler. They're not just trying to throw things at us to keep us interested. No, it's all quality content. Every map that's made, every gun that's introduced, everything shakes up the experience and brings something new, a new vibe into the overall game. And that is hard to do, but somehow, some way, this team that has all the stuff piled on their plate, has all this crap, has a bunch of people in this community bitching at them 24/7, saying their game is dead. They have all this different stuff to put on their shoulders, and they can still pump out consistent bangers. That right there, I know I rambled on for a decent amount of time here, but I had to let this out because it just blows my mind, the consistency that this team actually acquires. It's a beautiful thing to witness, and it's been awesome to follow. And the craziest part about it, and honestly, in my opinion, what makes these devs so freaking talented when it comes to the map design team, is how they are able to design these maps around what they were actually like in their own games that they are from. I didn't play The Division 2, so I never got to witness this map. But I had tons of people in my comment section saying that this map is phenomenal. Not because it plays good in XDefiant, although it does. But the reason it's so cool is because it resembles exactly The Division 2. They said all the flank routes are pretty much the same. All the head glitches they would hold, in the Division 2 to be able to take out tankier characters and players and stuff like that are all the same. It's all very similar, but twisted around to fit the 6v6 format. And me, myself, as a Rainbow Six Siege head, I love Rainbow Six Siege. Clubhouse, when that got introduced, it still blows my mind till this very day. It confuses the heck out of me because it's so ridiculously similar to what Clubhouse actually is in Rainbow Six Siege. Again, a game that has a massive different, curve to it, a tactical shooter. They were able to give the same vibes, almost the same layout. I went back to Rainbow Six Siege and it was hilarious because I tried to play it like XDefiant after playing, Clubhouse on XDefiant so long because they look so similar. And the ways that the developers find ways to give flank paths and to innovate on the maps to make them fit the 6v6 arena style a little bit better is just... Not only does it take a ton of creativity, but it takes a ton of talent. That's not easy. A lot of people will be lazy and just probably copy and paste it and just, if it's bad, it's bad. If it doesn't transfer over nicely, then guess what? It doesn't transfer over nicely. But these devs go into detail, they go into depth, and really make sure that these maps resemble where they come from, but at the same time, they gel nicely with the new experience that they're trying to put them into. Again, I'm done rambling your guys' ears off about maps, but I had to put this one out there for the the dev team. You guys seriously have banged this crap out of the park. It's been fun to play. But let's go ahead and move on to the actual event itself. It's not too shabby, ladies and gentlemen. It's a lot of cool content that you can go ahead and unlock if you tune into XDefiant for the next handful of days, maybe even a week plus. As you can see right here, October 17th through 19th, you get an M4 skin and a calling card. October 19th through 21st, you get new emotes with, little space helmets, which kind of look cool, and a new character skin for the Echelon faction. Looks all right, nothing really too crazy, but I like the last one, October 21st to 23rd. Now, the weapon skin is whatever, but the GSK faction skin is awesome. I love the space theme, and they have a space-themed bundle in the store that I think is really cool as well. But I decided to pick up the one bundle for the Highwaymen faction. As you can see right here, that comes with the ACR. I don't know if it's still running in the background, but it comes with the ACR and all that good stuff. I picked up that one instead, but still, it's a really cool bundle, and I'm glad that they're giving you a free version of that skin still, because I think it's one of the better looking, plain skins that aren't animated in this game. A lot of the skins, for me personally in this game, have to become animated to be cool, but that one's a basic skin that doesn't move, nothing like that, but it still just looks so clean to me. I don't know, maybe it's the accents of orange or something like that that just looks dope. I don't know, man. I love it. But again, like I said, if you hop in today and tomorrow, you have a chance to unlock the M4 blueprint and also the calling card. The calling card's all right, but the M4 blueprint actually looks really cool. I like it. Me personally, I didn't really grind for it too hard because I'm camo grinding right now, so I'm prioritizing my time very wisely. And also, I have a ton of cool M4 skins, including the one that I got from the GSK faction bundle, which I really like. It's an animated skin, so I'm not really prioritizing it too much, but if you're trying to get some new content in the game, you're coming in as a fresh new player and you want something cool for the M4, that's the one to grind for. And I think it's the one for completing 2 bomb matches. Now, the way that you see these challenges is you have to go into your Ubisoft app. I don't know how you do that on console, but on PC, again, you just load up the Ubisoft, launcher, and it will be under the XDefiant challenge section. And it won't be the same challenges that you usually see, but it's going to be, a new section of challenges for this specific event. And again, in order to accomplish these challenges, you have to play the 24/7 playlist for the new map. That is basically the Stellar Strike, event. If you don't do that and you play other game modes, it's not going to track towards your progress. Again, the M4 skin is to win 2 bomb matches. The calling card is to win 1 match of domination. I think it's 1 match of domination. And then you also get a double weapon XP token if you complete 4 matches in the playlist. So you don't have to win anything. It doesn't matter. You could lose them all. You'll still be able to get the double weapon XP token. Regardless, I'm really liking this. And what I like the most is that they're not leaving too much time in between events here. It will be a handful of days because, again, the event's going to end on the 23rd altogether. But the next event, the Halloween event, is going to be starting shortly after with a whole new list of content that you're going to be able to go ahead and unlock. This is what we need for this game, ladies and gentlemen. I've been saying it time and time and time again all throughout Season 1. Seasons need a little extra oomph. You know, they're fun and all, but you can't just rely on maps and the few weapons you put in the Battle Pass, and the Battle Pass let alone, because the mass majority of hardcore players finish the Battle Pass in like a week. You need events, you need content to grind in between, and you need reasons to get people back into the game. I say this all the time, but one thing that Sledgehammer nailed out of the park with Modern Warfare 3 was the weekly challenges. Being able to get an aftermarket part for all your weapons or a camo or anything. Every week, they gave you a reason to hop back into the game. Every single Wednesday. I remember it. I remember it to the T because I was one of those people who was really having fun with Modern Warfare 3 and logging in each and every week to go ahead and unlock those things. Every week, every Wednesday, you got something brand new. That is huge, especially in the current day of age of live service gaming. You know what I'm saying? Back in the day, you could probably get away with, once again, releasing a game like Modern Warfare 2 where you have like 5 camos and that's it. But in modern gaming, you have to give players, especially in free-to-play games, a reason to come through. And events like this are exactly that. And I'm happy it's not, a million years in between each event. And I'm hoping it doesn't end after October, after the Halloween event. I hope they still have stuff planned in store and, they can keep kicking with all this cool content. And I also want to make it very clear because I feel like while, re-listening to this, I'm making it to, the kind of sound that I want them to make something every single week for XDefiant. It has to be content dropping every week or people are going to be bored out of their minds, right? I didn't want it to sound like that. Modern Warfare 3 is a different story because it's Call of Duty. The game lasts for a year, the hype lasts for like 3 months, it dies, and people get hyped for the next Call of Duty game. They don't have to have the game last for as long, so they can get away with dropping something every single week and keeping it interesting until the game dies out and it doesn't have any more support. But a game that's a long-lasting, like XDefiant, that's planning to be here for years, think about it. You release content every single week. How interesting can you keep it going for years and years, right? I don't know. Maybe if they want to try it, they can try it, but I just want to make it clear that I'm not saying weekly. Just stuff like this, little events that happen here and there, every so often, every couple of weeks, maybe a few weeks, something else will come back in to, entice players to come and play the game again and grind out some content, play with their friends, use some of their free time in XDefiant. But, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to leave you guys off there. I want to know what you all think of the brand new update here with the new map and event. Personally, I've been having a blast. I have tons of fun on this new map. I think it's honestly one of my favorites in the game so far. I've gotten a decent amount of playtime so far. I don't know if my opinion is going to change. It might change because, it's not like I have weeks and weeks, into this map. But from at least, a handful of hours, 3-4 hours at least in this map, I love the flow. The more I learn, how to flow throughout the map, the better and better it gets. It's tons of fun, and I highly encourage each and every one of you guys to go ahead and give it a try. But as always, if you guys enjoyed today's video, leave a like. If you hated it, leave a dislike. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell. I post daily here at 8 in the morning Eastern Time. And of course, if you guys are interested in my live streams, I will be live today, starting a little earlier at around 11 to 11:30 a.m. Eastern Time. By all means, if you're interested, you can find a link to that channel down in the description of this video. But as always, thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you all on the next one. Peace out.